morning, YouTubers, floss tubers, cross stitchers, crafters, anyone that's checking out my video. Welcome, and thank you, family and friends, for all of your support and looking at my videos and my work in progress for my counted cross stitch items. This is a model that I am working on, and I say model, but you know, it's actually just a project for myself. And this is Teresa Koget's Heaven and Nature chart. That's a copy of what it's going to look like as completed item. Very big, very pretty. And she's a designer out of Michigan. So you'll see from last time when I worked on this, I got a little bit of progress. Not as much as I thought I would, but that's because I have some other exciting things to show you. So what I actually did was I worked on this section right over here and got a lot of the border in and was working on that all the way down. So hopefully everything meets up as I continue down on the bottom right side. This is 2/2 stitching on Jobelin, 2 threads of Weeks Dye Works, and all of the nice pretty variegated materials and floss, and 2 threads of linen, so 2/2. And I also worked on, I did a little bit more than just the border. I did work on this nice motif, and this one's coming out really well. It's got a dark gray thread and a little bit of green there. I'm sorry that the camera basically washes the color out. When I show it, it's actually a little nicer yellow, like a, I don't know, like a pale corn yellow, like very basic yellow. Anyway, that's my progress on Heaven and Nature, and I will keep on working at it. I'm just going to work right down here on this side. In the meantime, what's been taking up more of my time is my model stitching that I am doing for Ardith Design, and her name is Amanda May. She's a cross-stitch designer in Maryland, and I'm working on an exciting sampler model for her that is going to come out next year, and it's going to look really great. Everybody, I hope, is going to love it that sees it. So that's fun for me to do. When I want to take a break from my model stitching, I actually do start on different projects, and I have startitis. That's one of my counted cross stitch things that I deal with. Is I see all the nice new charts coming out, so much fun and change in the cross stitch world. That's really got me obsessed with this hobby, is everyone that's coming out with, you know, these type of pretty charts and things that have just expanded the hobby in itself. And it's so fun to look at all the different colors and fabrics and designs, and I just love it. So some of the items that I've been starting over the last week and a half or so since my last video have basically been sitting in my stash, all of my items here at the house, and I walk past them, I order threads, I get the materials, and you know what? I'm just going to start things. So to be honest, I have probably about 60 things started. Sounds like a lot, but some of that is a series and items that I'm working on that actually will be done, you know, one by one, whether it's monthly or seasonal or something like that. So I do count those as separate work in projects, WIPs. And my family members who've come by, they'll see that my house has kind of, you know, morphed into a inventory for counted cross stitch now. So there's lots of things everywhere, fun things to look at. And these are some of the things that I've started, and I will be able to show you some progress in the future weeks. So you might not see Heaven and Nature so much because I will be able to show you some new things. So this is one of the charts that I am doing. All right, I started this one. It's called Easter Peep Parade by Brenda Gervais. How cute is that? Now, one thing you'll see is that Christmas basically is my favorite holiday, but I don't mind stitching on anything, any time of the year. So this is Easter. I started it. I don't mind it. You know, you want to have something ready by the time the holiday comes. to show if you're a finisher, which I haven't made it to that yet. I'm just basically a process stitcher, which means I do it for the process. I like to work on the fabrics, try new threads, do new stitches, and I just love this bunny rabbit. So I actually worked on a couple Christmas designs earlier this year anyway, since I stitch anytime, anywhere, any place. So this is one of the work in progresses that I have, one of the WIPs that I have in my pile, and you'll see that in the future. Another one that I started is a chart for stitching with the housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea. I've been wanting to work on one of their designs for quite a while. This one is called Barnyard Bakery Up on a Pedestal, Stitching with the Housewives. Super cute. A lot of their charts, I'm trying to get the glare off of there. A lot of their charts are done on chalkboard, black, even weave, Aida, that kind of thing. I started this one on a 20 count Aida, like a black, I think it was, or charcoal, I think. I'm not sure. I'll show you in the future. And I just love it. How cute is the pig? You've got the pig in the, the pig in the bowl. You've got the pig down there and chickens and stuff. And this is home. She gets the Ray Dunn mugs, and they have some neat writing on their mugs. And I just love it. It is so cute. So I'm doing 20 count Aida on there, and I'll show you that in the future. This is another start that I have. This one is called Prairie House Sampler by Brenda Gervais as well. I hope I'm saying that right. This one's really pretty. I love the flowers. I love the birds. I love the scissors on there. That's not what I'm, you don't stitch that on there, obviously. But I just like how the whole setup is. It's in a tray. You've got the little strawberry and thimble and everything in there. But yeah, this little sampler is super cute. The little prairie house right there reminds me of Little House on the Prairie. I started that, so you'll see that in the future. That's really nice. I got all the variegated threads, the overdyed colors. They just look really nice. I'm going to put some initials in there. All right, so that's one of my starts. Another one of my starts. I have two more to show. This one is by the Scarlet House. Okay, so this one is pretty popular right now. Excuse me, I've seen a few stitchers on FlossTube show their start of floral motif sampler. Very pretty. And this one is going really fast. I started this on a 40 count fabric that I really like. Now that I've ventured into 40 count, I'm doing that a little bit more often. And I started in the middle, so I finished this whole flower. I'll show you that in the future, and then I'm working down here. I think I'm going to come down to the middle and then work my way to the bottom right, because I sew stitch, so I go across from right to left. That's the fastest way for me to stitch, or start from the bottom. Do you guys like my press-on nails? Woohoo! I have short nails like this, which are easy to stitch with, but then I put these on to kind of get in some Christmas spirit. Anyway, sorry about that. I digress. Okay, so I like to start from the bottom right and stitch going up this way, bottom to top. I used to start from top left and then work over and then down, but I've changed that a little bit. But anyway, this floral motif sampler is super pretty. I probably can jump all over a little bit, just depending on my colors, the count. Like, to keep your spacing, if you start here on one flower, you might come right over here to a closer motif or flower and then start there and then just kind of make your way over. Some people like to do all of the border. They'll do all of the border first and then work on the inside. But I don't know, I just kind of jump around and start whatever I want. So that is the floral motif sampler. Okay, my last start that I had is something that I need to do basically all the time. And that is have a owl WIP all of the time. I should always be doing something with an owl on it. I love birds. I love owls. They are just the most amazing species to me. They are so beautiful to look at. I love their eyes. I just wish I could have an owl of every type in my yard. I could go out every day and look at different owls every day and just see them all in my yard. So I went on Owl Forest and pulled their freebie. Okay, so that is Russian chart and super fun. I started it. I can't remember where I started. I think I started from the bottom or maybe in the middle. I'll show you in future videos, and went kind of in the bottom again. I was trying to go to the bottom right to kind of come up this way. So look, there's one owl on the chart. So I keep thinking that maybe, what do you guys think? Should I take this house out and put this owl also over here? I think there should be like 2 owls on there, you know? And then maybe put this house, I don't know. I like that house, but then you've got this bigger pumpkin house. I think this is called Pumpkin Color, I think is the freebie on Owl Forest. If you just go to their website, go to the freebies, and this is, I mean, this is amazing. It's free. It's a nice chart. You know, here's a little bit of, you can't see it good, but that's some of the chart on there. It's like, it's a very big chart. It's colorful. It's easy to read. They give you DMC threads that you can use. That's basically what I'm using, plus some old threads from other Owl Forest charts that I finished. I keep the extras. So I have some of that green that I'm using. The brown I'm going to change out a little bit from what the chart calls for. I want the owl to look a little bit more variegated and less orange. But yeah, I'm thinking I might take this house out and put him over here if I can squeeze it in. I might do that. I want some more owls. So there's that freebie. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please come back, like and subscribe if you will. And I hope you're crafting and enjoying what you're doing. Come back again. Bye-bye.